I'm just gonna wait every year now until fall to get a Cape May warbler because this was really easy.
While spring migration gets all of the hype in the birding world, fall migration is also an extremely exciting time of the year. Shorebirds, sparrows, and warblers, among other species, make their way back south en route to their wintering grounds. While these birds are often non-breeding plumage, and not quite as colorful as they were on the way up, they are still extremely fun to try and find. We went out to try and see some of these species, in particular, the warblers.
Hey everyone, this is Ryan and Derek from Badgerland Birding. Today we are in Milwaukee trying to catch the warblers on their way down during fall migration. They probably won't be in their bright breeding plumage, but we're hoping to see some, and especially the Cape May warbler for me because I somehow missed it on the way up for the warblers in spring.
In spite of going out birding a lot during the spring, I missed seeing a Cape May warbler, a fairly common species in the state. With my eBird needs list exploding with notifications about Cape May warblers, I made that species a priority for the day. We started walking a path along the wooded ravines. After a short while, we arrived at a location with a lot of bird activity. We found great-crested flycatchers, gray catbirds, and red-eyed vireos. Along with these birds were a few individual members of our target species.
Well, first warbler on the board today is my Redemption Arc Cape May warbler. After missing it all of the springtime somehow, there's one right there, which still looks pretty nice even though it's not in that bright summer breeding plumage.
Cape May warblers migrate through the central and eastern United States on their way to and from their breeding grounds further north and wintering grounds further south. Breeding males are yellow with an olive-green-gray back, white wing bar, striped stomach, dark cap, and chestnut cheek patch. Adult females and immature birds have similar patterns with more gray, including a grayish head and cheek patch. The name Cape May comes from Cape May, New Jersey, where the species was first described. Cape May warblers breed in fir trees, particularly those with abundant spruce budworms. They feed mostly on invertebrates and create cup-shaped nests during breeding season. Mixed in with the Cape May warblers was another warbler species, the bay-breasted warbler. We also noticed a few more species in the area as well, including a downy woodpecker and a red-headed woodpecker. Having found a few warbler species, including our target bird, we continued south on the paths to see if we could locate any more fall warblers or other migratory birds. A chipping sparrow was foraging in the short grass, and a summer flycatcher species was in a nearby tree.
Right here by this statue known as the Walcott statue, there is an eastern wood pewee that is doing the classic flycatcher move of being perched, going out to catch an insect, and then coming back to the same perch. That's a characteristic of flycatchers. Some other species do it too, but flycatchers are the most well known for this behavior.
Feeling like we had passed by the best bird action, we turned back, this time going through a golf course. On the course, we found a new species for the day, a black and white warbler. We also found a few more Cape Mays.
I'm just gonna wait every year now until fall to get a Cape May warbler because this was really easy. It's definitely the dominant species right now in terms of warblers.
We continued toward the parking lot, arriving at a ravine where we found another pocket of birds, including brief views of magnolia warblers, Tennessee warblers, and a skulky drab bird that we only got a quick glimpse of.
We just got looks at a really skulky, dull kind of colored yellow warbler, and we were wondering if it might be a Connecticut, so we're going to try and get some better looks at it because we only got quick glimpses, so let's see if we can find it.
After searching for a while, we refound the bird, and after taking some time to identify it, it turned out to be a mourning warbler.
We've actually had some really great diversity with the birds we've seen so far. Lots of different warbler species, lots of other species that are at home at Lake Park as well. So really great to get some fall warbler birding in, especially when there's enough different species to make it interesting. Sometimes it can be like all yellow-rumped warblers and it gets kind of old real quick. So great to see some different species today.
After finding a nice group of warblers and other bird species, we called it a day.
This turned out to be a really good spot for warblers, and we did end up making fun of Cape Mays for being trash birds at this particular park, but they were actually really fun to see everywhere and get close looks of too. So overall, really solid stop.
The beginning of fall is always an exciting time to go birding. While the summer can feel somewhat stagnant, the small trickles of migrating birds during this time are certainly a welcome sight. More species are sure to continue moving through, but until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.
A lot of other species that are home at Lake Park. A lot of other species that are home.
Homely? We haven't even seen a yellow rumble today.
That's true.
We're garbage birders.